Las Vegas has just detonated the biggest bombshell in football history. $80 million guaranteed for a rookie quarterback. The deal is so massive, so unprecedented, that it didn't just break records, it shattered the entire quarterback market in one night. Social media literally melted down. Twitter lagged, TikTok flooded with hot takes, and Instagram feeds turned into nothing but disbelief. And here's the thing, this wasn't supposed to happen. Not now, not this way. No one saw it coming. Not the fans, not the analysts, not even the team Shedeur Sanders was leaving behind. So the question every NFL fan is asking right now is simple. Did the Raiders just change the future of football forever? Because this story isn't just about money. It's about betrayal, power plays behind closed doors, and the kind of high-stakes gamble only Las Vegas would dare to make. And what comes next might shake the entire league to its core. So what exactly makes this contract so insane? Let's break it down. The Raiders didn't just sign Shedeur Sanders, they went all in. $80 million, guaranteed. That number doesn't just edge past old records, it annihilates them. To put it in perspective, the previous high for rookie guarantees wasn't even close. Shedeur just doubled it, overnight. On paper, the deal is 4 years, worth a staggering $20 million per season. And with performance incentives, the total package could push past the $100 million mark. That's money reserved for proven stars, Super Bowl contenders, MVPs, guys with years of highlight reels. But Shedeur, he's still considered unproven at the NFL level. That's what makes this move so explosive. His paycheck is landing him among the top 15 highest paid quarterbacks in the league before he's even taken a single professional snap. Compare this to veterans like Joe Burrow, who secured $146 million guaranteed, or Lamar Jackson's $185 million deal. Both were league MVPs, playoff-tested leaders, yet the Raiders just decided Shedeur's potential was worth nearly the same level of trust. That's not just a contract, it's a statement. The Raiders are saying, we're not going to swing for the fences, we're aiming for the moon. But how did this blockbuster come together? The answer is even crazier than the numbers. And it all started with a secret meeting that nobody was supposed to know about. While the headlines focused on the money, the real drama happened long before the ink ever touched the paper. And it all started with one man, Raiders owner Mark Davis. Sources say Davis didn't want the usual circus of agents, reporters, or leaks. Instead, he booked a private jet and flew out to meet Shedeur Sanders face-to-face at a secret location. No entourage, no cameras, just an owner and a quarterback sitting across from each other for 4 hours that would change NFL history. One insider described the moment like something out of a movie. Davis looked Shedeur dead in the eyes and said, "We're not just signing a quarterback. We're investing in the future of this franchise. Name your price." For a young quarterback already under immense pressure, that kind of statement hit hard. Sources claim Sanders was left completely stunned. He asked for 24 hours to think about it. Davis gave him 12. By the time the sun came up, the Raiders were already preparing jersey designs, press conference schedules, and marketing campaigns. The deal wasn't just done, it was executed with military precision, because Davis knew hesitation meant risk, and risk meant losing a generational talent to another team. Behind closed doors, this wasn't business as usual, it was a takeover. The Raiders weren't negotiating, they were declaring war on the future of the NFL. But while Vegas moved in silence, the team Shedeur was leaving behind, the Cleveland Browns, had no idea what was coming. And when the news finally hit their front office, it was chaos. If the Raiders were running a flawless operation in the shadows, the Browns were the complete opposite. When word of Shedeur's departure finally reached Cleveland, it hit like a lightning strike. 2 hours before the Raiders' secret meeting even began, Browns general manager Andrew Berry got a phone call from Shedeur's camp. It lasted just 8 minutes. The message? Shedeur was leaving. Berry scrambled. He offered immediate reinstatement, the starting job guaranteed, and even the promise of a new extension. But it was too late. Shedeur had already seen enough. The chaos, the instability, the lack of trust. His mind was made up. Inside the Browns facility, the reaction was pure meltdown. One insider described Kevin Stefanski sitting in stunned silence for 20 straight minutes. Owner Jimmy Haslam reportedly erupted, shouting about loyalty and betrayal. Executives looked like they'd seen ghosts. And then came the fans. Within hours, hashtags like Browns collapse and Fire Stefanski were trending nationally. Local sports radio lines jammed with angry callers, while season ticket holders publicly announced they were canceling after decades of loyalty. Social media posts went viral, with one fan writing, "We had the next Mapatromos and gave him away because our coach couldn't handle training camp drama." That single tweet racked up nearly 500,000 likes in just a few hours. What should have been a minor disciplinary bump turned into a full-blown organizational crisis. Trust between the franchise and its fan base shattered overnight. And while Cleveland was scrambling to explain how they let their future slip away, Las Vegas was already celebrating like never before. While Cleveland burned, Las Vegas lit up like never before. The moment the signing went public, it wasn't just news, it was a celebration. Overnight, the Raiders' season ticket waiting list exploded by more than 15,000 names. Jersey pre-orders didn't just rise, they shattered last year's entire totals in a single night. Sports bars across Vegas started booking special viewing parties just to prepare for Shedeur's debut. For a city built on spectacle, this was the ultimate jackpot. Fans flooded the Strip in silver and black, chanting Shedeur's name like he had already brought them a Lombardi trophy. One local superfan told reporters, "This is our Joe Montana moment. Our franchise quarterback is finally here. Shedeur in silver and black, it doesn't get more perfect than this." And this wasn't just hype. You could feel it. The buzz around the Raiders hadn't reached this level since the relocation to Vegas was first announced. Suddenly, the team wasn't just another AFC wildcard contender. With Shedeur, they had a true face of the franchise, a player who could transform not only the offense, but the city itself. But while fans were throwing a party, rival teams were already calculating, because Shedeur wasn't just joining the league, he was stepping into the deadliest division in football. And his first rivals? Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Russell Wilson. The signing didn't just electrify Vegas, it rewired the entire AFC West overnight. Suddenly, the most competitive division in football just got even more dangerous. Think about it. Shedeur Sanders stepping onto the field means 2 battles with Patrick Mahomes every season. Twice a year, the rookie phenom faces the man with 3 rings and the title of best quarterback alive. Then add Justin Herbert, the gunslinger with unlimited potential, and Russell Wilson, still trying to prove he can climb back to elite form. That's not just a schedule, that's a gauntlet. And the rivalry started instantly. Reports say Mahomes himself reached out to Sanders right after the deal went public. His message? "Welcome to the big leagues, Ruck. Hope you're ready for what's coming twice a year." It wasn't trash talk, it was a warning. A reminder that Vegas didn't just sign a quarterback, they signed into war. Even Herbert's camp was caught off guard. Word leaked that the Chargers privately questioned whether they should have pushed harder for Sanders while the Browns were unraveling. Now it's too late. The Raiders struck first, and the rest of the division has no choice but to react. And AFC West scouts summed it up perfectly. You've got Mahomes with the rings, Herbert with the arm, and now Shedeur with everything to prove. This division is about to become must-watch television every single week. But behind Shedeur's decision, there was another figure pulling strings, one who knows the NFL inside and out. His father, Coach Prime. Behind every headline about Shedeur, there's a shadow presence shaping the story. His father, Deion Sanders, or as the football world knows him, Coach Prime. Officially, Deion stayed quiet during the Cleveland drama. Publicly, he didn't say a word about his son's suspension or the storm surrounding the Browns. But behind the scenes, sources say his influence was everywhere. Multiple reports confirm that Deion personally advised Shedeur throughout the chaos, weighing organizational culture, market opportunities, and long-term career strategy. And with his decades of NFL experience, his advice carried weight no agent could match. One source close to the family even quoted Deion telling his son, "Greatness requires great organizations. Cleveland wasn't ready for what you bring. Vegas is."
This wasn't just fatherly support, it was calculated guidance. Dion knows how to navigate the spotlight, how to manage media pressure, and how to recognize when a franchise is serious about building around its star. His NFL connections and reputation gave Shedeur leverage that most young players could only dream of.
In many ways, the move to Las Vegas wasn't just Shedeur's decision. It was a family strategy, a legacy move. Coach Prime's fingerprints are all over it, from the timing to the destination to the narrative that followed. And that makes the story even bigger, because when you combine a rising star quarterback with a father who's mastered both football and branding, you don't just get a contract, you get a dynasty in the making. But while the Sanders family celebrated, the rest of the NFL was left scrambling, because this deal doesn't just impact the Raiders and Browns, it threatens to change the entire league. The ripple effects of this deal are already shaking the NFL to its core. And the fallout isn't just about one quarterback leaving Cleveland. It's about the entire balance of power across the league. For the Browns, the damage goes far deeper than losing their starter. Free agents are now questioning the organization's stability. Future draft picks will remember how Shedeur's situation was handled. And veterans inside the locker room, sources say some have already demanded private meetings with coaches to discuss the team's direction. In other words, the trust is gone. But while Cleveland is unraveling, the Raiders are rewriting the script. Overnight, Las Vegas went from a team with sagging ticket sales to the hottest franchise in football. Jersey sales shattered records. Sponsorships poured in. Even Nike reportedly rushed to design a custom Raiders Sanders merchandise line within hours of the announcement. And it doesn't stop there. Vegas bookmakers slashed the Raiders' Super Bowl odds in half, an unheard-of swing caused by a single-player acquisition. Bettors rushed in like Shedeur had already secured a playoff berth. One Vegas sportsbook exec summed it up. "I've never seen a rookie move the market like this. People are treating him like he's already a superstar." Meanwhile, NFL front offices are panicking. Executives are calling this deal a dangerous precedent. If one rookie can demand $80 million guaranteed, what's stopping the next wave of elite prospects from asking for even more? Salary cap strategies could be flipped upside down, forcing teams to gamble on unproven stars just to stay competitive. This wasn't just a contract. It was a power shift, a line in the sand. The Raiders planted their flag and told the rest of the league, "We're not waiting for the future to arrive. We're buying it right now." But what does that mean for the players, the fans, and the future of the game itself? That's where the bigger picture comes into play. When you step back, it's clear this isn't just about Shedeur Sanders, the Raiders, or even the Browns. It's about a complete shift in how the NFL operates. For decades, rookie quarterbacks were expected to earn their place. Low contracts, team control, and limited leverage were the rules of the game. But Shedeur just broke that system in half. With one signature, he proved that a young player with star power and the right backing could demand veteran-level money before ever throwing a pass. That changes everything. Future prospects are watching closely. High school athletes, college recruits, and their families now understand that organizational fit might matter more than draft position. They'll remember how Shedeur refused to settle for dysfunction and came out on top. It also puts pressure on teams. Front offices know that if they mishandle their young talent, rival franchises will pounce. The Browns learned that lesson the hard way. The Raiders, meanwhile, sent a message. Aggressive ownership wins. Playing it safe doesn't. And there's something else here. Shedeur's move represents more than money. It's athlete empowerment in real time. A rookie saying, "I want more, and I won't wait." A family leveraging experience, reputation, and strategy to shape not just a career, but an entire market. The NFL has seen blockbuster contracts before. It's seen shocking trades and historic draft picks. But what makes this different is the timing, the precedent, and the culture shifted sparks. The Raiders didn't just sign a quarterback. They declared that the future of football can be bought, built, and branded all at once.
But the real question is, what happens when the future finally takes the field? So what does all of this really mean? For the Raiders, it's more than a signing. It's a declaration that they're done waiting, done rebuilding, and ready to gamble everything on one player who could redefine their future. For Cleveland, it's a cautionary tale, proof that organizational chaos doesn't just cost games, it costs legacies. But for the NFL as a whole, this moment feels bigger. The rookie quarterback market will never look the same. Other young stars will see Shedeur's deal as a blueprint. Owners will feel the pressure to move faster, spend bigger, and take risks they once thought impossible. And that sets the stage for a season unlike anything we've seen. Week 1 isn't just the start of a new campaign. It's the first chapter of a new era. Shedeur versus Mahomes, Vegas versus the world. The hype is already boiling, and the games haven't even begun. So here's the question I'll leave you with. Did the Raiders just make the boldest move in NFL history, or the most dangerous gamble the league has ever seen? Because one way or another, this story isn't ending anytime soon. In fact, it's only just getting started.